So at what point, though, does trust factor into that? Like, let's say her friend's getting married, or I don't know, her friend's celebrating a birthday. There's 15 of her friends going out. She wants to join.
Yeah.
At what point does trust play into that? Where it's like, you don't want to tell them, no, don't go and hang out with your friends because you're going to a club. I mean, to me, that just seems like a little.
Well, I say you can't control a girl. You obviously can't do that. You're not going to tell her, you're going to stay inside. The only thing you could control is what you do and how you respond. You want to go? Cool. You're single when you come back.
But there's got to be a line here, right? but
no, that's not manipulation at all.
But let's
having boundaries and not acting on it.
That example.
Well, hold on.
Hold on. Let me give my example. Okay?
Sure, go ahead.
1 year relationship. She's going out with her friends, celebrating a birthday party. It's a girl thing. 15 girls are going to be there. She's known them forever. You would tell her, no, you can't go to that because you're going to a club.
I would tell her, you can go and do whatever you do, but you will be single when you return.
But why? Why would that make sense to throw out a relationship like that otherwise is good?
Because if she respects you, she wouldn't have went in the first place.
But that seems like more like an ultimatum that you're placing on her.
It's not an ultimatum. She has a choice to make.
Okay,
but that's an ultimatum.
No, it's like no. It's, she could do it. She's completely free to do whatever she wants. Because the thing is that she's putting the relationship in a risky situation.
Why? Why would she be? Don't you?
Would you trust her?
Because let's be honest here. What are nightclubs for?
Well, here's the thing. So I will say in general.
Oh.
Okay. All right. I will say in general.
Yeah.
Nightclubs are for meeting other people. For flirting, all that sort of stuff. I get that. But I've also seen just as many innocent encounters where women want to go to both dance with their friends, have a great time. And I don't see the issue with that. I think it really depends on the context.
I think it depends on the context as well. Like if it's all of her friends and they're like, hey, it's, so-and-so's birthday, you should come. And it's a really close friend of theirs birthday. It's like, you're not going to tell oh, sure, it's not an ultimatum, but effectively it is, right? You can't set that on your, well, I suppose you could, right? On your girl though, and expect that I don't know. It's her friends, right? Unless if she was leading the charge and she was like, everyone, let's go to the nightclub, and she invites all of her friends, but she doesn't invite you. That might be a little bit different. But you have to have some compassion for her because you also understand that she has a duty or a diligence to her friends in the same way that she does to you.
Remember we mentioned earlier, right, about there being bad people in the world, right? And you don't really know who the person is, like being bad. So, for example, in that environment, there's bad people. Now, she might be an angel. She might be perfect. Or her friends might be like, yo, LaQuisha, don't worry about your man at home. Just have fun tonight. We're all lit. We're all drunk. And that one encounter of that one bad friend could spoil the whole group. I'm just saying the environment there can be tainted. Now, is it going to happen? Who knows? We're just saying, if you have a man at home, why even put yourself in that situation? Why?
It's not a good look. Like, you're going to be in an area where there's a bunch of thirsty men offering your girl liquor, trying to dance with her, and it puts the girl in a bad position. Here's the other thing, too. She could get drunk, and something could happen, and then next thing you know, bam, like she's for a kiss another dude or hooking up with another
girls get drunk in Miami, have boyfriends, and we're like, yo, boyfriend, we didn't even know. It's like, yo, legit,
bro.
Funny, bachelorette parties, bro. Oh my god, come to Miami, it's crazy. A bunch of girls. Oh, they're just chilling by themselves. Before you know it, there's a gang of guys in their room, and I'm just saying, bro, things happen. So don't be dumb about it. Be smart about
it. Here's the thing. I refuse to give a woman the comfort of security with me as her boyfriend while she can simultaneously and behave as though she's single. I have boundaries and standards, and this is what it comes with it. Because the thing is that if a girl truly respects you, she's not going to want to go to the club. She's not going to want to be around her friends that want to go ahead and do all this extra stuff.
Single life.
Yeah, like she's not going to want to behave like she's single when she's with a man that she actually admires and respects. And my thing is, if she wants to go to the club, that's cool. But you no longer are in a relationship with me because I'm not going to look stupid sitting at home while you go out and behave like you're single.
This is the first point I actually would say. I have a pretty strong disagreement.
Fair enough.
Look, if you trust your partner and you trust their friends, because also it's your due diligence as your partner's partner to get to know her friends and to understand who she likes hanging out with, because she probably wants that too. And if you can trust everybody and they're all going out to the club and she wants to have a good time, I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. But if you set this, not ultimatum, but if you make this apparent in the beginning, this boundary apparent in the beginning of the relationship, such as, hey, if we're dating, I don't want you going to the club. It makes me uncomfortable. Would you do me the respect of not going to the club? I think that's fine because that's just a preference at that point, right? And I think all preferences are probably okay.
You ever been to a club?
Yeah.
What happens at a club?
People dance.
What else?
Drink.
What does that lead to?
Dancing and drinking.
Sex.
That is one of the potential outcomes, but that's not a 1-to-1 ratio. It's not like you just go to
So here's the thing.
I didn't.
Here's I think this is where the disconnect is.
Dance and do that.
This is where the disconnect is. Yeah. Disconnect is this. I think you guys grossly underestimate like how easy it is for women to get sex. And since it's easy for women to get sex, the threshold for them to cheat is also easier as well. It's a sliding scale that works together. Like for men, it's very difficult to get sex.
That doesn't mean they always want sex though, because it's always available. It doesn't mean they're going to take it.
But here's my thing. I look at it. If your girl is out dressed provocatively and seeking attention, that is cheating. And some people might look at me like, whoa, what do you mean? It's because men and women are different. A man has to actually go out there, put his nuts on the line, talk to a girl to initiate some type of interaction. Women don't do that. Women rarely, if ever, approach men. How do they do it? They do it by exposing their sexuality. Men show their charisma, women show their bodies.
But how would that be any different from a guy driving down with like, you know, a Bentley convertible with a nice watch on?
Because you still got to put in work. You still have to put in work to get that girl. Even though the Bentley and the watch, all it does, it gives you another 20 seconds to build attraction, if anything. Like, it's still very difficult as a man, even let's say you got a Bentley and a nice watch and everything else like that, a girl will still curve you. But a girl on the other hand, she could go into a club going, and dudes will still smash her. But if you go into a club, you gonna go to jail. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the same. But
I think if you do that with confidence, you walk up to dude,
they're gonna be like,
game over.
Nah, man.
That's who you are, and you are unwavering. She will be attracted to that because that is who you are. And
but the thing is that so people hate this, but the reality is there is a double standard. Men and women are not the same. There's behaviors that are completely unacceptable for women, and there's behaviors that are completely unacceptable for men, and that's okay. And my thing is that women get mad at double standards that don't benefit them. That's where they complain about. I look at it, if you're in a relationship with a man, you like that man, etc., and he tells you, hey, these are my boundaries, and you want to go out to the club with your girls and behave like you're single, cool. You are effectively single at that point, and that man reserves the right to walk away from you. And I think he should.